promised you a good CTA. I promised you one of the best CTAs. Hata jujaingia ngoma. Touch tu. And already you see how good is it. Iko poa. Kama iko poa, at least ingia comment sections weka ka thumbs up. Ka thumbs up tu tucheze na algorithm kidogo.
Yes.
Mr. Lenny.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. First and foremost, what I've learned from your story.
Yes.
People don't just arrive on the top.
No.
Bro, umetembea. Ati sasa hiyo umeenda Susan Kibukosia, umerecord ngoma na Scratch Records.
Yes.
Umerecord ngoma na D. What's that place called? AWS. No,
EWD.
EWD. AWS. EWD.
EWD with Jimmy. Yes.
Umeenda kwa Lucas. Kuna hustle hata you're going, you even trying to get a jingle.
Yes, man.
For Mastermind.
Yes.
For that kind of brand wako nayo.
Absolutely.
Umetengeneza umefanya kitu na Lucas. Sound ni poa. And I like that you're singing the songs. Bado unazikumbuka.
Yeah, maze, and it's amazing kule tumetoka because at that particular time, you're just first of all, the dreams have been shattered, after the Nameless thingy. And then the break off from Scratch, I mean by
maisha ni kuenda juu na kushuka.
The break off between Clemo and Roba
imecause really confusion ingine.
It affect mbaya sana. So anyway, so
where we left this story of,
yes,
umeenda kwa Lucas, umerecord ngoma, kurecord jingle, but then also
na Lucas haja to record, by the way, to forward to Joro. So Joro is the one who's handling
lakini
us.
Ali touch behind the scenes.
Touch kidogo.
But then now you've left it as a cliffhanger.
Yes.
Dr. Pepper mekuacha. Kiama.
Yes.
Kaima.
Kiama. Dr. Pepper.
What happened?
Shout out to Dr. Pepper by the Cash. God bless wherever you are. I haven't seen him in quite a long time. Yeah, but so I think one of the reasons why we broke up is because first of all, because of that issue of Clemo and Roba. That really confused us. And then after a while, Scratch Records, was closed for a minute. And then, so we had to start afresh. Na sayo yani dreams zetu zilikuwa zinakaa, the star was shining, Then all of a sudden, stima ikazimwa. So it's just darkness and wondering now what next? And then to top on that, your time tulihama from Eastleigh to Inako, because now that distance thing was kidogo bringing issues. Because sasa me commuting all the way, sometimes I'm having to walk all the way. Sometimes I have to spend at Kiama's place. It was such a tedious thing, and it was slowly weighing me down. But the hunger for music. So
what, he quit music or?
No, he didn't quit music.
Or he wanted to go solo?
No, it's not him, but me, I felt like we're not going anywhere.
Oh, for real?
Yes, I felt like there's too much issues that are going on, and we're atusongi.
Bro, so it's you who quit?
Yeah, I'm the one who quit, actually.
Okay.
So, and then there were issues. Then Kiama actually joined college, Apo KCT. So, nona, pia, ile time to, because we used to meet religiously, Monday to Monday. And we used to go to studio, Monday to Monday, as if we were going to work. Yeah. So, nona. So, now ameanza college, na mi bado niko tu.
Yeah.
And in fact, sasa, I have to start looking for ways to hustle because my sister is getting really agitated with this music thing that I'm doing because she's not thinking anything that is happening.
Okay.
Remember, my sister is like my guardian now. Yeah.
And she's remembering, she's got maybe father wounds as well.
Yeah.
Aliona dad akafanya hii muziki.
Yes. And it got him nowhere. Yeah. So she's concerned, like it's like napotea. Like I'm not heading anywhere. I don't know what I'm doing with my life. So at some point I started now, because now things were they were not working out. Now that time, the Scratch ilikuwa imefungwa. I still used to go there, but just to relax, talk with Roba, just, about life, nini, tunajaribu kuangalia what now we can do, nini. Then kidogo, I started now hustling now, nikaanza kuingia Kikosh, na buy Cladi, I start
Hawking.
selling.
Yo.
Yes, you know, I bring them, I go home, nikaanza kuamka very early, nachukua ile number 17B, inanipeleka hadi Kikosh, naingia huko nachagua mitumba zangu, narudi tena mpaka Inako, naosha nguo, and then I start going to people's places to sell them tumbas.
Bro, me hustle.
Because now, things are not working, man. And I don't have any money. My sisters, they cannot give me money to do music because it's not making any sense. And they're also, anyway, trying to help us. They have the rent to pay, food to buy, nini. They're also doing their things. So there's no way we could have, I could have asked for anything. And I had to try to do something. As a man, you have to try and do something. So I tried that mtumba thing for a while. But mazee unapelekea mtu kitu and saa kulipa inakuwa shida, man. Alafu ile pesa ulikuwa umesave ya stock. You know, you're supposed to, once you sell, you plow back that money so that you can be able to buy more.
Investment, the next batch.
Exactly. And I didn't have like a store. Like I was doing it, kama vile hawa watu wa online wanafanya saizi. I wish I had social media then. So nikauzauza tumtumba hapa na pale nini, na survive nini pole. Sometimes I make some money, but sometimes I don't. And then, even Kiama used to come to my place sometimes hata nalala, try kuni encourage nani, but me, I'm not feeling this vibe. Yet I'm so hungry for this music. So at some point, I think hata alichoka kona, nikaa hujamaa jisikii na story. But now, I started going back to that EWD studio. And then, at some point, I met with some guys. They used to work with Shaki and Ambrose in Samawati. Some dudes from Dandora. Walikuwa wanajita Zinduka. Yeah, they had a group called, there are 3 guys. Walikuwa wanajita Zinduka. There was Mas, there was nani. I'm forgetting their names. Mtanisamehe, guys, if you watch this, but all I know is that walikuwa wanajita Zinduka. So, there was Sench. Yeah, there was a guy called Sench. Jama mwingine mfupi, very nice guy. I mean, they were all nice guys. Yeah. So these guys were like, hey, Lenny niaje. Situfanye kitu bana, bro. Uko sawa bana. Tufanye ka huku moja hivi, kwa ngoma zetu. So I even started going to Dandora.
What?
Yes.
Which studio in Dandora?
No, there was
just
no
to hang out
studio.
with them.
Yeah, just to hang out with them, get to know them, kama wasanii. Yeah, we became brothers, Na sasa naishi Inako na Dandora si very far. So I would just take a matatu na tremka hivyo naingia round up, nafika D. So I started to understand their kind of style, And they used to rap in Cuke. And they were so good. So one day they were like, hey, niaje, si basi tuone Shaki ama ambi tuone nini wanaweza tufanyia. So right about the same time, we went on and met kina Shaki and already I already knew Shaki.
Because alikuwa anakuja scratch.
Yes, he used to come. So alikuwa hata yashanijua. So they were like, hey, we want to do this thing. And then at that time, Bamboo and Doobies were working on their album there.
Nairobism?
Yes.
No, Nairobari.
No, Nairobi. Is it Nairobari?
Yeah, you are Kwanza.
It was, that's the first album, right? Is it?
Nairobism or
sure.
Nairobi?
But they were working on something.
Yes.
And you remember, by then, bado sikuwa nimeanza kuwa kinaogopa. Yeah. So they were just doing singles, if I'm not wrong. I don't think they were working on an album. So I remember, but they were like the main artists, their studio. So everything, if they were there, everything had to stop. Kwanza wanashughulikiwa. And for us, it was so, like demoralizing, because you get there, you have to wait. Because they had 2 studios, Studio A and B, if I'm not wrong. So the main studio, Akina Masi Myra, the guys were like their main artists,
yes,
who were signed by Samawati were the ones who were working on Studio A. So Studio B ndio ilikuwa ya sasa these other artists, akina sisi. Yeah, so I remember even Victor Sei was working there. And Victor Sei mazee, kwanza kuna kitu kingine alikuwa ananichekesha. I don't know if I should mention that, but it was so funny. Like Victor, most of the time you get there, Victor was doing some work. And there's one particular day, we came there and we were waiting for Shaki to come. And Victor Sei was working on a track. And the guy, I think he had worked the whole night or something. So the guy was so tired. So when Shaki came, Shaki vile aliingia hapo kuanza kuunda track. Victor was still seated. No, he'd finished doing his thing, and then akasimama kidogo. Then they were talking, alafu I think akachukua gaf, akapiga puff mbili tatu, then he stopped. So Shaki akaanza kufanya mambo yake. As Shaki was doing his work, maze tunasikia tu jamaa. Tunashindwa ni nini? Victor is standing there and is asleep.
What?
Aki ya Mungu. I've never seen such in my life. Like the guy was tired. He was standing, but he was asleep. He was asleep. I was like, wow, this is interesting. I've never seen such a thing before. And big up to him, by the way. Big up to Victor Sei. He's also a very talented guy.
Tim Rimbuya kuko huko.
Tim was there, by the way. Yeah, Tim was there, but I think Tim was... That's when he was now like really starting. It was like he was... I don't know whether he was there by... like he was training or something. On training, I don't know. But he wasn't really the main guy.
Producer.
Although he was still working in Studio A. Wakiwa na Yulopa.
Ooh. And Yulopa alikuwa mtoi.
Yeah, Yulopa was young. I think at that time Yulopa was not even recording. Yulopa was even like he was in Susan Kibokose's band. Yeah, like he was a backup singer or something. A BGV, if I'm not wrong. But Tim was there. Tim used to do some stuff there. But at that point, I had not even worked with him. Although I worked with him later on. Yeah. Yeah. Baadaye.
Note to self.
Yes. So there was another friend of mine from Inako called King George's.
Unani Jazz.
Yes. The guy who sang Unani Jazz. Unani Jazz. King George's is also another very talented guy, and he had something different in him. Like his style was quite different than any. So about the same time, we decided to work on, I think we first recorded that song. There's a song I did with Zinduka called Nowhere To. It's a Kikuyu song. Nowhere To, wakwa wagoro ine, nowhere to, doraga jedaga. So that was the hook.
Produced by Shaki.
By Shaki. And I remember the process of making that song. It was like I had never sat down with a producer and work on a song. You know, you give him an idea and then he works on it on the keyboard.
Beginning.
From zero. Yeah. So for me, I don't think I'd ever worked with a producer who could play keys. You know, and build
Fruity Loops.
So, and build a track out of that. So it was so exciting for me. Then the sound was good, you know. This, you know, speakers, nini, everything, my microphones, maze, kila kitu kwa poa. So we recorded that song, and it was, we had to go there a couple of times because Mahara sijui kompi lihang, data ilipotea. Yani mara sijui nani alikuja kamess with sijui what. So we had to record that song like 3-4 times, maze. It was so traumatizing for us. And we had to go in the evenings. We could not record during the day because kazi ilikuwa nafanyika hapo. So the only time they would allow other artists to work is at jioni usiku at night. So we'd get there in the evening and stay overnight there. And then leave in the morning. Yeah, so, and then that's around the same time, that's when me and King Georges did a track called Tumefika. Wow. Ambi is the one who produced that track.
Dude, you are working with the legends.
Yeah, man. Ambi. Hey, Ambi. Shout out to Ambi, maze.
Yeah, can you remember the chorus?
That song, Tumefika, was used to go like, sisi kweli tumefika, tumekuja kuwashika. Sasa, sasa tumevuka mpaka na kweli mtataka. Kitu kama hiyo. I've not listened to those songs jazisikiza for years, maze. Ni za kitambo. Yeah, but that track, it had like almost like a kapuka kind of a beat and raga kind of a beat. Yani alikuwa mix and then akaingiza hiyo R&B. Then he was playing, there's like a flute kind of a thing he playing inside that, you know, at the in the hook. Man, hiyo kitu ilikuwa na sound fiti. Wow. But now, even then, even as they worked on those songs, but still there was issues with mixing and mastering and, you know, quality. So even when we took these songs to radio, they never really got any airplay.
Kev peke.
Yeah, Kev ndo alikuwa anacheza hizo ngoma. Yep. And so
at this whole time, you've never had us at this time and up until this song.
Yes.
There's nothing that you can say ati imekuwa ikirotate.
Nothing.
Wanacheza tu one time.
Na inaisha hivyo tu. But siyo kidogo inachezwa to us.
Umefika.
Yani, it was a big deal.
Yes.
Yes, for us it was a big deal. It didn't matter the fact that imesikika kwa radio. Hata kani radio moja. That was such a big deal for us. And for me, especially. Because there was that hunger. There was that, I really wanted to get my musical career out there.
At this time, are you now recognizing, niko na good voice?
Yeah.
What I mean is, are you najua hii low self-esteem unaweza kuwa nayo.
Yes.
Is it beginning to go and where you're like, mi ni mnoma, naweza imba?
Yes.
I'm not bad.
Yes. Because already there are guys who are asking me for like collabos. And I don't even almost exist.
Never forget.
For King Georges, for Zinduka, and these other, there were some other guys, I can't even remember them. But guys were like, hey bro, niaje si tufanye song nini. At that time though, it hadn't hit me that I could, you know, I was good, that good. I was just average.
Okay.
Yeah. So now I went back to, I still used to go back to EWD, Pale Sonalax building. One day as I'm there, Mr. Googs and Vinnie Banton step in.
Tell us the story. Tumalize.
Jamaa wakaingia.